Holy shit. He said what?
Harry and Meghan are leaving the palace to become financially independent. And you see, this is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family. Yeah, she looked at Harry and she's like, "Nigga, you need to get a job. You a grown-ass man. You can't still be living in your mama's house, Harry."
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorite.
No more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Megs.
The night Trevor Noah aimed his jokes at Meghan Markle, it felt less like a late-night comedy bit and more like a public trial. You could hear it in the crowd's laughter. Not the soft, polite giggles you give to a safe joke, but the sharp, almost guilty laughs that slip out when you know the truth is being pulled into the open. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Damn, Harry and Meghan are losing their titles? That's the most embarrassing royal loss since William's hairline.
Noah didn't just come out and tell a few jokes about the royal family's Netflix show. He started what felt like a close examination, using timing as sharp as a knife and a worldwide view that no British or American comedian could match.
Queen has announced that Harry and Meghan can no longer describe themselves as royal. And I won't lie, if I was Harry and Meghan, I'll be like, fine, then we'll be known as Royale.
For years, Meghan had managed to call her critics bitter, jealous, or simply prejudiced. But now there was an award-winning comedian, an immigrant himself, cutting right through that defense. He didn't just make jokes. He tore down her public image piece by piece, showing every contradiction and hypocrisy she had tried to hide in polished interviews and edited Instagram posts. And as the camera showed Noah's sly smile between punchlines, you could feel the mood change. This wasn't about getting laughs. This was about opening people's eyes. And once they saw it, they couldn't unsee it.
Although I do have to admit this, right? I always find it weird when people introduce a new baby. Because if you think about it, there's such a big contrast between the end product and how it was made. The result of our sweaty night of just raw dogging, #blessed.
Noah began his takedown with a move Meghan's PR team likely never expected. He went after her on the one topic she thought she had already won: race. Most comedians are careful with this subject, but Noah, with his South African background and real-life experience dealing with race across different countries, came out strong. He pointed out the hidden language used in Meghan's media coverage, then turned it around, making fun of how she used those same stories to her advantage whenever it helped her.
Now the big question is, if Harry and Meghan come to America, where are they gonna live? Everyone wants to know. I think they'll move to LA because Meghan is an actor, and then she's gonna wanna work again, and then Harry can just join the cast of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, just be like fighting on TV. "I know what you said about me, Denise. Say it to my face."
He went after her marriage like it was a case study, tearing apart the so-called modern fairy tale. He showed Harry as a prince with no job, desperate to stay important, and Meghan as the perfect Hollywood networker who managed to network her way into a palace. The best moment was Noah joking about Harry trying to get cartoon voiceover jobs at industry events while Meghan worked the crowd.
What's funny is that no matter what job Prince Harry gets, you realize he's still gonna be Prince Harry, right? Can you imagine being his boss when he screws up? Like, what do you call him in and say? "Prince Harry, get in here, your majesty! You blew the Henderson account, my lord! Clean out your desk and may God save the Queen!"
The picture wasn't just funny, it was embarrassing. It showed the couple not as poor victims of a mean system, but as two overconfident stars fighting to stay famous. In less than 3 minutes, Noah had flipped Meghan's carefully built image as a world humanitarian into a joke so sharp that even the studio band was laughing between notes.
James Corden is a 12-time Emmy winner and the host of The Late Late Show. He's also living proof that a man can move from London to LA and not tell everyone about his frostbitten penis.
And this was only the first hit. The real knockout jokes were still on the way. Once Trevor Noah lit the spark, every American comedian seemed to sense weakness. Late-night hosts, big podcasters, sketch shows, everyone lined up to take their shot. And they didn't bother with polite jokes about the royals. Conan O'Brien went wild, using the news of Harry and Meghan's wax figures being removed from Madame Tussauds to make a crazy bit about where they'd end up next. And the punchline put them somewhere far less fancy than any royal palace.
And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
Saturday Night Live made Meghan and Harry into a running joke with Mikey. Day's silly version of Prince Harry stumbling through talk shows, while other characters made fun of Suits like it was a boring old thing no one wanted to see. Meghan had forced the world to sit through it.
You know, I mean, she used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy, because don't you just get free money?
Joe Rogan didn't even need a written routine. He used his real-life fight with Harry as comedy, telling how his first reaction to Harry criticizing him wasn't anger, but wondering if maybe the prince actually had a point before he made fun of him. By the end of the week, Meghan's name had gone from a news headline to a running joke in America's biggest comedy shows. And here's the real damage. These weren't just random jokes. They turned into repeat bits inside sketches, monologues, and viral clips. Meghan wasn't only roasted, she had been locked into the permanent list of celebrity clowns the US loves to mock again and again.
Hi, oh my God, it's been so long, Miss Meghan Markle.
If American comedians roasted Meghan with playful jokes and light celebrity teasing, the British comedians came ready with sharp weapons. These weren't just jokes. They were deep takedowns from people who grew up under the monarchy's shadow and weren't scared to hit hard. Andrew Schultz didn't waste time pretending to care. He brushed off Harry and Meghan completely with a line so cold it made the crowd gasp before they burst into laughter.
I mean this sincerely, Prince Harry and Meghan, we don't give America don't give a about you. We don't.
Nikki Glaser came in from a different angle, creating a painfully clear alternate reality where Meghan was still struggling in mid-level Hollywood, chasing background roles instead of royal titles.
We know what that means.
She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, if she didn't marry him, she would be on The Bachelor this season. She would be Megan M. from Sherman Oaks barista. She's just got lucky.
Then came Simon Rodkin, who is known for making fun of famous people right in front of them. He ripped apart their Netflix documentary with a harsh one-sentence summary that made the whole series sound like nothing more than a vanity project.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. I fucking hate them.
But the harshest attacks came from satire that didn't even need a live stage. The animated series showed Meghan as obsessed with fame and Harry as a man lost without direction. Their royal exit was shown not as bravery, but as a planned move to boost their careers.
What the f*** is going on with Harry?
How dare you?
I'll say whatever I want. You're in my house now.
You want a piece of me?
I will f*** you up, girlie.
The focus is starting to shift off of me.
In the UK, people didn't see this as a sad love story that ended badly. They saw it as a big publicity stunt that failed. And while American comedians moved on to joke about other people, British comedians kept coming back again and again. Every new Sussex interview, every Netflix clip, every podcast quote got turned into another joke. The message was clear. In the UK, Meghan wasn't just a celebrity. She was a national sport.
Careful, Harry. I spilled some essential oils on the floor.
When Britain's famous puppet comedy, Spitting Image, focused on Meghan and Harry, it wasn't just a normal roast. It was character destruction done with puppets made of felt and foam. The Meghan puppet was made with over-the-top beauty and a constant smirk, always shown as planning her next publicity stunt. Harry's puppet was shown as a clueless, childlike man who had been spoiled his whole life.
Hey, it's the husband formerly known as Prince. Any luck getting a job?
Oh, they had me driving for Uber Eats, but there were too many damn rules. Don't touch the food. Don't taste the food. Drive on the road.
I'm sorry, Rowdy Weddy.
He needed his butler just to give him a TV remote. In one sketch, the two were shown planning new career ideas that sounded more like cheesy late-night infomercial scams than real royal projects, making fun of their Netflix deal as if it was only a fast way to grab money. Even Meghan's healthy lifestyle image wasn't safe.
Meghan, this new Netflix show I'm producing for you is gonna be huge. Tell Eldon all about it.
It's about a beautiful young swan, but no one treats her like the beautiful swan she is until season 2 when everyone apologizes to her.
One sketch showed her selling gross smoothies that were so bad the other puppets pretended to choke on camera. The smart thing about Spitting Image was that it could say the harsh truths regular comedians wouldn't dare. It hid sharp social criticism behind silly puppet jokes. It didn't just mock their money. It attacked the gap between their speeches about struggle and their real lives filled with mansions, private jets, and rich friends. For the audience, the puppets showed a truth. No official statement could cover up that Meghan and Harry's Post-royal image was so easy to make fun of it almost wrote itself. And unlike a late-night monologue that fades after a day, these puppet videos stayed online, pulling in millions of views and locking their cartoonish image into pop culture, like a stain that would never come out.
Meghan Markle is, of course, a lifelong feminist, which she's demonstrated by marrying a prince and giving up her job. The card he's playing is, I'm a victim, and you go, no, you're not a fucking victim.
If British comedy had been harsh up until now, Jimmy Carr's joke was the moment when it turned from playful attacks to full-on controversy. Famous for crossing lines, Carr stepped on stage with the kind of confidence that showed he knew exactly how far he was about to go and that he would do it anyway. The setup was fast, a sharp and direct style that gave Meghan and Harry no space to hide behind clever words. But the punchline hit like a scandal. Carr touched on a fear buried deep in the minds of the British public, tying it to the royal line of succession in a way that made the crowd first roar with laughter, then go silent as they realized how close to the truth it really was.
So Pads, tell me, everyone knows you're the bear who likes to shout. What's the secret to your eternal personal glow?
Well, Harry, I'm glad you asked me that. As you know, I'm a huge fan of South American product.
Is it Colombian?
No, 100% Peruvian, biodynamic, organic, catastrophic,
Yes, I've tried it, and the results were incredible.
Online, the clip spread like fire, splitting people into two sides. Supporters said it was just dark comedy doing what it's supposed to do. Critics said it was careless, even dangerous. To put that picture in people's heads, the backlash came right away with opinion articles, radio arguments, and TV experts all talking about it. And here's the real twist. The anger only made the joke more popular. It wasn't just a random gag anymore. It became the clear too far moment. In the Meghan and Harry roast story,